The internet may never be the same. Censorship is rampant upon gaming and social media. The last 2 weeks feel like something out of a sci-fi dystopian movie. The people from the UK are definitely cooked. Are gamers cooked too? Let's talk about it. Let's just look back at the highlight reel for some context. Visa and Mastercard, under pressure from outraged Australian women, enforced new rules upon gaming platforms which resulted in hundreds of games being deleted from everything. And the UK told them to hold their beer. They got this and slapped the Online Safety Act upon the people of the UK. To protect the kids? Not at all to monitor everyone and watch what you're doing. Nah, we're your friends. It's not protecting the kids, by the way, as I discovered through my own research. I showed in my last video just how easy it was to look at adult content even without a VPN. In fact, it seems as though more effort has gone into censoring social media things that may be harmful. And when we say harmful, we mean not harmful at all, and censoring information that the UK people have every right to see and know about. Like immigration. That's a hot topic right now in the UK, you know, just a little bit. They're also censoring art as well, which is weird. Yes, what the Online Safety Act actually does is enable censorship. You are now being watched with everything you do. Even something as little as leaving a comment on this video about my dreamy eyes. I know you've been looking at these bad boys. Privacy is a thing of the past. Free speech? No. Harmful. Those that have been pushing back against this Online Safety Act have been labelled as predators. Yes, the government does what the government does best, and anyone that calls them out on their incompetence gets called naughty words. It's to demonise and convince the normies of the world that if you believe this and this, then you are evil. Controlling the narrative. Oh, and of course, it was always about watching adults as well.
Is it also to monitor adults? Simple question, yes or no?
Yes, of course it will.
Okay, there you go.
So what's happened since? Well, VPNs are going to be banned soon. And if you doubted me when I said that our government is incompetent, here is the tech minister talking about VPNs.
And for everybody who's out there thinking of using VPNs, let me just say to you directly, verifying your age keeps a child safe.
Right.
Every time you use a VPN, a child dies. My God, this man is the tech minister. My good God, man. How much do you guys want to bet that this man doesn't know how to change the sensitivity on his mouse? YouTube will be adding ID verification. Well, this is the proof that it was never about protecting the kids. YouTube isn't like X where you can see adult content sometimes. YouTube is actually fairly safe, and when you upload a video, you have to declare if it is safe for kids. Now, will it go as far as the censorship on X where things like immigration are being blocked? Maybe, possible, yeah. Since it's already happening on other platforms, I see no reason why it wouldn't happen on YouTube. We're here to help you, citizen, whether you like it or not. Australia is also making it so anyone under 16 can't have an account on YouTube. They can still watch videos, but they can't have an account. That is coming in with their social media ban, where apps TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and Snapchat will not be available for anyone under 16. Okay, so you might disagree with me here, but I personally think that kids shouldn't be on social media anyway. It would keep them away from groomers, online bullying. It would also keep them from getting brainwashed by Bonnie Blue. What do they need social media for? I'm an adult and I don't use social media for my private life whatsoever. I have an X account for my YouTube stuff and to keep up to date on the gaming world, and I obviously have YouTube. Now, the issue for me would be how this is implemented. It's safe to assume that this will be enforced with ID verification, and we've seen what that means. Adults being treated like children and social media being censored. Maybe with kids being completely banned from social media, they can stop censoring everything, because everything would be for adults then. That's what it's about, right, guys? Saving the kids, not censoring information online. But why aren't parents being held responsible for what their children are doing online in the first place? They should know what their child is doing on social media, right? As of the making of this video, we have no idea how this will be implemented, but what we do know is that Norway and the UK are actually talking about following suit.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
And Australia will be pushing for a global ban at the next UN meeting. For me, now with YouTube in the mix, it feels more about controlling what the kids can see rather than keeping them safe. You know, keep them away from opinions that they don't like. That's just what it feels like to me. My Australian brothers! Let me know how you feel about this. Spotify now requires ID verification in the name of protecting the kids, I'm sure. I'm sure those angry Australian Karens will be happy that kids can no longer listen to vulgar rap music. The UK government ordered Apple to give over security access to its data. Apple has now taken this tool away from the UK instead of handing it over. This is encrypted data that not even Apple can access. The government wanted this to catch criminals, they said. It's hampering the law, they said. Apple argues giving access to governments would dilute the security of the tool by making it vulnerable to bad actors and other nations. Removing the end-to-end nature of the encryption would also allow Apple to access the unencrypted data, potentially making the company subject to legal orders to hand over previously private data. Now, why would the government want that? Curious. Why? Why would they want that information? Hand over your personal data. This will definitely not be used to monitor and watch the people of the UK. Again, further proof that the UK government hasn't got a clue when it comes to technology or the internet. Most of the people in the government went to private school and come from rich families. You can hear it in their accents. Jolly good fellow, yes. The best education money can buy, and still so dumb. Truly an accomplishment. Collective Shout are now losing followers and are going after Elon Musk for reposting the petition. The petition to stop credit card companies and banks from dictating what you can and can't spend your money on. Speaking of which, Mastercard and Visa have been having a rough time. You see, we gamers, we are let's say we're a vocal bunch. We like to complain. We like to defend our hobbies when we feel that our hobby is being threatened. Let's just say the internet is getting very, very loud. Mastercard and Visa have been receiving endless calls about the censorship they have been enforcing all over the internet. So, what do they have to say for themselves? Mastercard has not evaluated any game or required restrictions of any activity on game creator sites and platforms, contrary to media reports and allegations. Liar! Our payment network follows standards based on the rule of law. Put simply, we allow all lawful purchases on our network. At the same time, we require merchants to have appropriate controls to ensure Mastercard cards cannot be used for unlawful purchases, including illegal adult content. Really? Because as far as I'm aware, those games don't break any laws and they were taken down because they were upsetting people. That is a straight up lie. We watched them do it. In a shocking turn of events, no, you are not dreaming, Kotaku actually did some real journalism on this and received an email from Valve. The email reads, Mastercard did not communicate with Valve directly, despite our request to do so. Mastercard communicated with payment processors and their acquiring banks. Payment processors communicated this with Valve, and we replied by outlining Steam's policy since 2018 of attempting to distribute games that are legal for distribution. Payment processors rejected this and specifically cited Mastercard's Rule 5.12.7 and risk to the Mastercard brand. Liar! I encourage people to let Mastercard and Visa know how you feel about this whole situation. Don't get angry with them. Don't yell at the people on the phone. They're just working. Just let them know how you feel, calmly, and that's good. I think getting angry at them, yelling at them, and insulting them won't help. It will not help the cause at all. Because of you, I can't slap my meat to pieces. I definitely did not do that. Itch, a platform with little rules as to what you can put on that platform, offering developers plenty of creative freedom, have announced that they are seeking out new payment processing partners who are more willing to handle the purchase of NSFW games, after delisting or removing a vast swath of games in accordance with the content restrictions of companies such as PayPal and Stripe. Itch seem to be scrambling a bit right now with looking for new processing partners and bringing in new restrictions. They have been hit quite hard with the wave of censorship crashing down on the internet. People's livelihoods could be taking a massive hit with all this censorship. If you make adult content games and rely on that income, you just got fucked. Itch have also encouraged players to download and back up your games and don't let any corporation dictate what you can own. Yet Visa and Mastercard want to tell us that they're not enforcing anything. Clowns. Actual clowns. Okay, so I think we're all up to date on the goings-on of the internet and the new developments in the gaming world. So where does that leave us? Well, this isn't a new theory from me, but it's strange, isn't it, how all of this is happening at around the same time. The Online Safety Act was greenlit in 2023, went live last week. Credit card companies and banks start making up new rules for gaming platforms to follow after Collective Shout directed a massive campaign at them. Australia is ramping up its censoring of social media. UK is also doing the same. That's us. That's us right there. All of this and more that I've probably missed out here happening at around the same time. I'm just saying, guys, it's kind of weird. You might think, where's the link with adult-only content games being censored and YouTube now having ID verification? It's as simple as control. It feels like mass control hidden behind this smokescreen of protecting the kids. Because as we've seen, there is more effort into censoring information online than actually blocking adult content. Clinic! I thought you said gaming was going to be affected. This was meant to be a gaming video. Yes, there's a lot going on with everything. I'm getting to the gaming now. Well, listen to this juicy gossip. Xbox is now going to have ID verification. Starting early next year, age verification will be required for these players in the UK to retain full access to social features on Xbox, such as voice or text communication and game invites. Players who don't verify their age between now and early 2026 can continue to play and enjoy Xbox. However, starting early next year, their use of social features on Xbox will become limited to friends only until they complete the age verification process. Whether a player verifies their age will not affect any previous purchases, entitlements, gameplay history, achievements, or the ability to play and purchase games. However, we encourage players to verify their age via this one-time process now to ensure uninterrupted use of social features on Xbox in the future. Yep, they're gonna start clamping down on gaming too. This seems quite soft, right? Just affecting the social features. Most kids will just play games on their parents' accounts anyway. But I see this as step one. We know, everyone knows it, kids play COD. They also play GTA. The age ratings are there, the games industry does its job in letting parents know what ages their games are appropriate for. Kids don't pay attention to those. I didn't, you didn't, and you're lying if you're gonna try and tell me that you never played an 18 rated game when you were a kid. I think those days will come to an end on this current trajectory. This path is looking more and more like every single person is going to be monitored with what they do online. Whether that be through biometrics or other means. Oh, you wanna play COD? Not today, Timmy. Or any goddamn day. Now, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say they shouldn't be playing COD or GTA or anything like that. We all did. The game studios and publishers know that kids are playing these games. There is also no data at all to suggest kids playing violent games makes them violent. Now, you might be thinking, good, stop kids from playing those games. I don't think you understand the impact that it could have on the industry. Sales down, skin sales down, way less grown-up games because games will now be made with kids in mind because the market for kids is way too big to miss out on. Oh, and they want that money. They want that kid to spend all their parents' money. If you don't think COD will change to be more kid-friendly to keep that money, oh, my sweet summer child, I long for the days where I was that innocent. It's all about the money. As we've seen though with everything else, it's not just about protecting the kids. Actually, it's not about protecting the kids at all. It's about censorship. That means less creative freedom for game devs. Horror games like Silent Hill F, where the trailer heavily implies that the girl receives some kind of abuse. Well, that's harmful content and may not be suitable for anyone to play. Games like Stellar Blade, Wu Chang, The First Descendants, well, that's harmful content to women. We could be seeing games getting completely banned from countries. We could be seeing your in-game activity being monitored so you're not doing anything offensive. Marvel Rivals is already putting something like this in place. RIP League of Legends community, you had a good run. Who decides what's offensive? Games could get yoinked from your library because now the government sees that game as offensive and harmful. This is why Stop Killing Games is so important, by the way. Look, you might be thinking I'm taking this way too far. Believe me, I'm saying this and I think I sound like a conspiracy theorist. And it is hypotheticals and speculation. But a month ago, I would have said that all of this what's happened so far would not happen. We know the UK was tight on free speech, but straight up censoring online so no one can see it, babying adults, trying to enforce companies to give up personal information, banning VPNs. You think gaming is safe? They hate gamers. They love blaming gaming for everything. They don't understand gaming. Don't be naive and think it will just be adult content. It's just adult content, don't worry. Oh, wait. That game looks a little too violent. Take a few of those. Oh, and that game looks a little bit too sexy. Get rid of those. No. Mario, that's it. You're allowed Mario. You'll have none of that in my country. This is a slippery slope and it won't stop. It's why it's so important to push back against all of this. And gamers have been the loudest so far from what I've seen. They've been the loudest on the credit card companies and they've been the loudest on the Online Safety Act. Do not ever underestimate a gamer's ability to tell you just how mad they are. I love it. Also, Ron Coleman, legendary lawyer defending Smash JT from the... yeah, he's suing Ofcom to protect Americans from UK censorship. Please, please, please clap their cheeks viciously. I don't even know if it's possible to come back from this. I just know that I'm gonna keep talking about it. Only some of the things I speculated about might come true, but even if just one of those things come true, that is too much. It is scary stuff what's happening here and elsewhere. Believe me, the gaming world will get hit by this too eventually. Might be years from now, could be next week. Who knows? The world's crazy right now. If they can take away your ability to express your opinions and your beliefs and censor information, they can do what they want to your games. Thanks everyone for expressing concern for me. I'm fine. I should be fine. Who knows? They are arresting mums right now for online posts, so... Thank you for all the comments adding extra information on the last video, very helpful. And a special thank you to all the marriage proposals. I'm accepting all of them. I hope you all like sharing. That's it from me. Truly insane times. I'll see you in the next one.